G'day guys, welcome back to another episode of my FIFA 23 Chelsea Career Mode series. In this episode, we're going to be versing Southampton in the Premier League, just like we are this weekend. And we will also be discussing all the drama that unfolded in Dortmund in that UEFA Champions League match day. And I am very excited to talk about it all and get a positive result in this game here, hopefully. Now, there is one more player that we need to add to our team, and that is of course Benoit Badiashile from Monaco. However, we have got something that we have to address, and that is of course our budget. Like discussed in last episode, I didn't set the budget at the beginning of the career mode to unlimited or whatever it is. I left it as default, and because I've had to buy all these players, I've chewed through the budget super quick. So my plan, my improv plan, if you will, to overcome this is what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the squad hub and I'm going to recall Romelu Lukaku from Inter, and I'm going to basically set him up to be transfer listed straight away and hope one of the big clubs comes through and buys him so that we can easily get, look what his market value is, about $70 million. And that will easily cover the cost of buying Badiashile from Monaco, because I think we're going to get him for approximately $30 million. If we go to the transfer hub now and have a look at what his market value is, it is about 27 million. There you go. So that is what the plan is. Hopefully now some offers come in from Romelu Lukaku. Once they do, bring in Badiashile into the team and get him straight into the starting lineup. Now, some of you may be asking, why do you have to do this with Lukaku? And no, it's not because I have a specific vendetta against him. Even though I did severely dislike everything that he did in order to get out of the club under Tuchel. But it's purely because he's just one of the more expensive players in this team that I'll be able to easily recoup that money from straight away. So that is what I'm going to do with Lukaku. But there's some other things that I want to do as well before we get started into that next game against Southampton. So Noni Madueke, as of right now, can only play right wing. And I would like to hopefully change this within the development plan so that he can also play right midfield. Now, when you look at that, it does say it will take 63 weeks. Hopefully we can get it done in a much shorter space of time if his form is excellent, because the better the player is playing, the quicker all these stats improve and the quicker the position changes occur. So that's what I'm going to hope happens. That way he just doesn't lose as many stats when he is played in that position in the 4-2-3-1. So I'm going to do that with Noni Madueke. And also with João Felix, I'm going to do a similar thing. I'm going to put him into the cam position, because that is where he will mostly be playing moving forward into the season. So thankfully with him, he's only going to take him 2 weeks to make that very quick adjustment from being a default center forward to a cam. Now, also towards the beginning of this career mode, I also did set up Mason Mount to transition into a central midfielder, and that has finally been completed. So I'm going to make that shift and put him as a CM. Now he can play a little bit deeper, more like that Enzo Fernandez type role, being a bit more of a box-to-box midfielder, but also he can play further up the field and be the creative outlet like João Felix. And he, of course, won't be starting straight away. He's probably going to be a bench player coming off and being similar to Conor Gallagher, that energy and fresh legs. But if he gets into good form, that would be fantastic, and he may feature more often. And in real life, I really do hope that he turns his form around, because we need Mason. We need him to perform. So this is how we're going to be starting up against Southampton. As you can see, a few tired bodies. Some of them are not at full sharpness, but I do believe once this team starts to gel, we will be getting much better performances, and we do not want to be getting results like we did last episode against Brighton, where we just got completely outplayed. However, there is some good news. Southampton also has some tired players, and they are a far weaker side. So I think that will play to our advantage. And I hope to get some cracking goals for you guys and bring some awesome career mode entertainment. Well, why don't we just get straight into it, guys? I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. But what did we think of the result in the Champions League against Dortmund? Because I'm genuinely convinced we're going to go through. I know we did not get a good result. I know we lost, and I hate losing, especially in a knockout competition. But I think the performance we put out away from home was very, very promising. You know, Dortmund has some good players. They're a solid outfit. But compared to Chelsea and what talent we've got on the field, I am convinced that we're going to put up a really good performance at Stamford Bridge. Because even in that second half, we kept their attacks to a minimum and we looked the more dangerous side. So I think when we go to Stamford Bridge, the home crowd advantage will be very advantageous for us, and I genuinely think we're going to be able to get through to the next phase. However, if we don't, and Graham Potter gets knocked out in the round of 16, he is going to be coming under so much pressure, and it will come into effect the process of death by 1,000 cuts, I think. Ooh, almost an early attack there for us. But Graham Potter definitely seems like he has the backing of the board. Most of the fans who are not delusional are backing Graham Potter and hoping that he succeeds. And I think that the potential is there. These players just need to all get on the same page. And I think we'll be one of the most deadly outfits in world football. And Reece James has even said as much. So I think it's just a matter of time. Oh, I don't know how we kept that in play. Gets it out to Havertz. Gets it out to João Felix. Can he get Mudryk in? He gets it out to Havertz again, who whips it on his left foot and not able to hit the top right-hand corner. But I genuinely think that we can get the job done at Stamford Bridge. And if Graham Potter can pull it off, then credit to him. But if we lose and we don't progress, we're in huge, huge trouble. Now, we versed West Ham as well in the last episode. And I was going to talk about it there, but I decided to hold off and talk about this next topic more in depth because of the Dortmund game that we had in real life. But obviously, Declan Rice is a huge talent at West Ham, former Chelsea academy player, and Jude Bellingham is one of the best young central midfielders in the world right now. Oh, risky pass. Not able to make the tackle either. All right, let me just concentrate for a second here, guys, so that we don't get caught on the counter. Oh, wow. Legendary is such a difficulty, even against these weaker teams. No, it's a penalty! As if Koulibaly. That looked like a clean tackle to me. I want to see this replay. Oh, he comes in from behind and doesn't even get the ball at all. Oh my, alright. Got to stop this Ward-Prowse penalty here. Bottom left, I reckon. Oh, he goes to the right. Southampton at St. Mary's get the advantage in the early stages. That's alright. All it means is that once we get our 2 goals, it'll just be even more sweet. Anyway, getting back to the original topic, Jude Bellingham and Declan Rice have both been linked with a change to Chelsea. And after watching the West Ham game in real life, I was, I think a Declan Rice signing would be good for us as a alternative to N'Golo Kante in that CDM position. He's obviously coming into his prime. He's at that sort of age, whereas N'Golo Kante is, I would argue, probably past his prime, evidenced by all the injuries and stuff that he's got. Oh, here we go. We're in trouble here. What a goal by Southampton. Wow, Shea Adams has absolutely rocketed that into the back of the net. And Southampton have come out to play. They are not messing around here at home. Wow. Wow. I'm struggling to get this point of view out here. Anyway, I guess what I'm trying to say is I think Declan Rice as an N'Golo Kante replacement would be good. And I think Jude Bellingham as like a long-term Kovacic replacement would be fantastic. I think Bellingham should be our priority because I think he's probably more vital to our team. Enzo Fernandez could probably play deeper if anything, and then Jude Bellingham plays ahead of him. But I genuinely think that if we can't get both, Bellingham is the player that Todd Boehly needs to fork out the cash for. I understand a striker is probably a bigger priority for us, but in the summer, I think both players are going to be on the market, and we need to make sure that we're not allowing our competition in the Premier League to get their hands on them. I think Rice could easily go to Manchester United, and I think Bellingham could easily go to Liverpool if they can somehow find the cash. So if we want them for the long term at Stamford Bridge, Todd Boehly's going to again have to fork out the wallet and get those players in sooner rather than later. However, I do know that a striker is probably going to come in the window, and I've heard rumors of potentially Neymar is going to make it a move to the English Premier League. I'm not sure about that, but we will soon find out. And hopefully Todd Boehly can come up clutch for us again in the next window and get whatever we need to get done from a business perspective. So, half-time, and we're 2-0 down in the career mode. Not a good start. In the second half, I'm going to put on my full concentration mode and get this job done because we cannot be getting more drop points in the Premier League. It just is a continuous theme in this career mode, and we must be finishing in top 4.
Lost possession. He's in with a chance. Well, fantastic.
What a save. Oh, I really thought we were going to easily get through there. Wasn't as smooth as I wanted it to be.
Potential transfer, but it's potential no more. It's fact.
Well, considering the current market, this has to be a real bargain. He's such a top player, and he was certainly...
Chilwell, come on, man. Too slow.
Stadium.
It's another for Aston Villa.
Reece James is in.
Oh, wait a minute, could be in here. That really
Why are you shooting on your left foot?
needed to score there. That
Come on.
given them some hope.
This game sometimes, man, it just doesn't make sense.
Cut you off just then, Alex. To confirm, Villa have scored in that match, and their advantage at the moment stands at 2-0. Genepo. Is it going to be? And a goal to increase their advantage to 3. Can they be stopped?
This just goes from bad to worse. How is one of the worst teams in the Premier League beating me? This is absolutely ridiculous. Oh, this is so ridiculous. I can't believe it.
And then he shows a lot of composure to finish it off. That's a good goal.
I know Thiago Silva in a back two is less reliable, but he is not this bad. And Koulibaly should be doing better as well. He's like 87 rated. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Alright, making a 3-way substitution. Getting the players off that are not at full sharpness because I think that's the reality of what's letting us down. So, hopefully we can make this scoreline a little bit more respectable because 3-0 away from home is just so embarrassing.
James. He read the situation defensively and did his job.
Well, as you can see, Southampton have had the majority of the ball, and that's been because of their ability to win the ball back so quickly. Their pressing has been excellent, and they just haven't stopped working. It's been a fantastic performance up to now.
Now can they win back possession and carve out another chance for themselves? Kai Havertz. And the keeper more than equal to it.
Oh. Alright, we've got a corner.
Officiating, waiting for the play to stop, and now going back to
Alright,
possession.
send everyone to the far post. Call Mason short.
Keen to take it short here. Kovacic.
Oh, I thought that would work.
Kovacic seeing
No counter.
intercepted.
No counter. Someone close it down. Come on, Chilwell. Oh, it's just too easy for him.
Armstrong. Nicely cut out. Well, the fans really want him to shoot. A goal! An exceptional performance this. 4 to the good now.
What the f-
And he shows great awareness to play.
What is going on? This might be worse than the Man City thrashing that we got. This is by far the worst performance that we've put out. I thought last game was bad against Brighton. This is even worse.
Sadly, we have to go. Aubameyang. Can he put it in? Well, they pulled one back, but perhaps a bit too late in this contest. They haven't been at the races this evening.
Well, as you can see from the replay, it's the perfect...
Why did Mason Mount not even continue that run? Did everyone see that? He runs into the space and then thinks, no, I'll just stop. This game, man.
Havertz. So the final whistle, and that's not how Chelsea fans...
Rubbish. Absolutely garbage. That is an extremely worrying performance.
The fans are right to expect more. The tempo of their passing was too slow. They
Honestly.
the ball too many times and were beaten by the better side today.
I am absolutely baffled by how this team put out that performance. Southampton just straight away came into the game and they were switched on, whereas some of our players just weren't doing anything productive. And we have been absolutely battered once again. Embarrassing. We were so slow and lethargic in attack and so lazy and disorganized in defense. Like, I did not even expect that result. That felt like we're an old lady crossing the street and then out of nowhere a bus smashes into us. Like, what is going on? I just cannot fathom this bizarre result and this bizarre run of form that we've been on. Oh, man. I understand the players that we've bought in career mode don't have the same stats maybe that the most recent up-to-date versions of the players would have, but not good enough. A very disappointing defeat. How do you explain what happened? We have to defend as a team. It's as simple as that. Like, I do want to keep this realistic and play with the 4-2-3-1. That way we can make the most of the players we've got at our disposal. But Thiago Silva in a back two, I don't think I trust that, unfortunately. Just due to the pace and his rating and stats slowly going down. That wasn't the result we expected. What happened? I wish we knew. Bloody hell, man. You can't make those simple mistakes. That's really all it comes down to. So many times throughout this career mode, it's become a consistent theme. I just don't concentrate at the key moments, and I think it does cost me. You must have been disappointed with that result. We were just second best today. That's a good way of summing it up. Sometimes you just have to give credit to the opposition, and Southampton absolutely turned up and destroyed us. Well, I really do hope that's not a sign of things to come on the weekend. I don't think it will, because Chelsea in real life are actually slowly getting better and better, I feel like, even though we're not getting results. And speaking of Bellingham in this episode, as you just saw there, Manchester United have picked him up in this career mode. But as you see there, let's go to the news. Absolutely distraught. That is a psychological blow. And I cannot believe that the form has dipped so drastically. I don't want to become cliched in the sense that at the end of each episode, I keep saying, oh, we're going to get better. We're going to be improving. You know, that's what Graham Potter's job is, to say those BS words. But honestly, I'm very disappointed, and more disappointed for you guys, honestly, because you guys want to come see me score goals, get wins, and create some fun career mode entertainment for you guys. And maybe you guys get a kick out of me losing like this, but for me, I don't enjoy it. Wins is what makes me happy. Scoring goals is what makes me happy. And today, I am not happy. So that brings us to the end of another episode of the FIFA 23 Chelsea Career Mode. If you liked it, smash that like button. Comment your thoughts on anything that was talked about or what happened in this episode. And of course, if you haven't already, make sure that notification button is turned on so that you're notified as soon as these videos go live on the channel. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully it's a good result at the weekend in real life. And as always, come on you Blues.